Around 2009 and 2010, Wooskie lived with his brother Big Mike in Parkway Gardens, Wick City/O-Block. Wooskie was already a GD at the time, and unlike Big Mike, Wooskie continued to be a GD. Wooskie's older brother, Fella, whom he did not know very well, was killed by GDs. This was one of the reasons why Big Mike, who had a better relationship with Fella than with Wooskie, chose to become a BD. Big Mike was a loved member in Wick City. However, he still talked to Wooskie from time to time, despite the fact that Wooskie chose another path and became GD. Wooskie started hanging with E-Block and started repping STL/EBT. He did not care what anyone thought of it. However, Wooskie had to stay out of the way. At the time, only the older guys from Wick City and STL/EBT shot at each other. But people from Wick City had heard that Big Mike's little brother was STL/EBT. They could not touch him, but they forbade all the shorties from hanging out with him. Around 2010, Wooskie started hanging out with FBG Duck and Tuka and started shooting at TYMB. At the time, Wick City and TYMB were cool with each other. Wooskie was still living in Parkway Gardens when he hung out with Duck and Tuka. C-Murda and Big Mike were the people who made sure nobody jumped Wooskie at the time. C-Murda also prevented the older guys from hurting Duck. This is because Duck, Wooskie and Tuka always used to come to Wick City to fight after problems with Wick City shorties at school earlier in the day. At the time, it was lame for an older guy to kill a 14 to 15-year-old boy. The shorties' beef was their beef. When Wooskie, Tuka and other STL members came to Wick City more frequently, the older ones started handing out guns to the younger Wick City members. That's actually how Chief Keef, D-Roy and King Bun jumped off the porch. Wooskie had already started using weapons and had fired at TYMB several times. However, never against Wick City because of his brother. Wooskie came to Wick City with some younger STL members, though this time with guns. Nothing major happened except minor fights before Wooskie and his friends left. It was not until the next time things really started to blow up. Instead of Wooskie coming to Wick City with shorties, he came with older STL members who actually wanted to kill. He came with people like Seaball and Soicy. It all ended in a big fight, but this time Wooskie pulled out his gun and shot Reezy, Wick City, to death. Keep in mind, Wooskie was only 12 to 13 at the time. Now Wooskie really had to move out of Parkway Gardens. Now even his blood brother could not protect him from being killed. Everyone in Wick City wanted to kill him. The older guys in STL took him in and let him know they had his back. Wooskie came back blowing at Wick City several times after that. Wick City wanted Wooskie bad after killing Reezy. Reezy was a loved and well-respected member. After Wooskie popped Reezy, the war really started between Wick City and STL. Now it was about kill on sight. No passes. Before, the STL people could come to Wick City without being shot but just fighting and vice versa. Now it was shoot to kill, no fighting. However, they often fought anyway, mostly outside of school or at school. Although Wooskie was STL and had killed one from the Wick, back then Wooskie actually showed respect when OD died.